that's been a real blessing. They need an x-ray machine, need to get CBC diagnostics laboratory. So, but there's a lot of things that the clinic has not been able to do because of not having the right equipment, which also means that you get less patients that aren't indigent, less patients that actually have the ability to pay, which is a challenge. So the clinic has relied on donations and support to break even. And we'll talk about that more, because as we move in, as the clinic moves into this new facility, once it gets built and has the right equipment that it needs, these other pieces get added, there will be more patients that can pay. And it's not a much of a stretch for what's going to happen on the P&L for the clinic to not only be self-sustaining, but profitable. So then what will it do with that profit? Take care of more people that need help and that need support. Obviously, buy equipment and things itself that it needs to, but I want people to understand that this is about a hand up. It's not about continual handouts. This clinic will become self-sustaining in the future. So maybe tell us a little bit expound on what I just shared, and then we'll kind of move to me coming out there and where we're headed in terms of the next steps.
Sure. We take for granted sometimes some of the equipment that's available overseas, because it's in advance. It's a first world country, and moreover, Liberia is a third world country. So just like you rightly said, lack of supplies. I had some team members who didn't have gloves to utilize during treatment, and the disease could have been spread from the patient to them. So I made it a priority to order more gloves that would be utilized. Another thing, but regards to pregnant women, they didn't know where was the position of the baby, and from the position of the baby, the nurses will be able to tell on how the delivery is going to go, whether the baby is coming with his or her head, or whether the baby is coming with his or her leg. But from the ultrasound, you'll be able to tell how to prepare for such delivery. So through my friend and brother of God First, Darwin and Shuwei, $5,000 was donated, and we solved so much problem with the ultrasound that we still have to today. In addition to that, we take for granted testing strips, like diabetes testing strips. And, some patients were charged a $5 USD to test their blood sugar in order to be able to tell if their sugar was too high, where they were going to be able to be administered certain medication, or if their sugar was too low, if they're going to administer such medication. That wasn't available. So we were able to find a way, raise some money to buy some diabetes testing strips. Not only the diabetes testing strip, but to check cholesterol, and not only the cholesterol itself, also to be able to check different parts of the testing diagnostics that were not available within the clinic.
Right.
And as God will have it, we continue to work along with it wherever we were like. In fact, when we were administering treatments during the night hours, like right now, it is approximately, give or take, 9:23. And the electricity would just go off, and we would start looking for phone lights to be able to continue with the treatment. Many days we were utilizing food lights. In fact, a true story: we had a police officer who had an accident on a motorbike and was brought into the clinic unconscious in his uniform. And the nurses began to treat him and took off his uniform, and then we were lack of electricity, lack of that supply. So with the help of Dr. Margaret Kamari, she was able to donate a solar generator to the facility. As we speak now, we have.
I was gonna sing her praises.
She's
Margaret's amazing surgeon, entrepreneur, multiple businesses started, CEO of Rapid Nexus, but she's just got a huge heart and is just a beautiful person. So yeah. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So she was able to, God touched her heart. She was able to help the clinic. We are so grateful to her. We are so happy to have such equipment that is second to none. It's right now we're saving lives for the clinic, and we are more confident that during treatment, if we run out of power, we have backup generator, courtesy of Dr. Margaret Cromartie, Rapid Nexus. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
And it's obviously it's important in terms of actual treatment for patients, but there would be times where supplies and medications would go bad because of the power outages being for so long and the uncertainty of what that looked like. So now that isn't a concern. So that's a big deal.